A gun safety PSA recently released by the Evolve group has gone viral on YouTube, and after you see it, you'll know why.
Did Kyle behave himself?
Oh, of course. There you go.
I'm so glad. Kyle, we gotta go. Mommy's got an appointment.
Taste my steel! Never!
Oh.
If they find it, they'll play with it. So always lock up your guns.
I gotta say, man, first off, I actually really like this ad. It's pretty funny, and it grabs your attention because obviously there's fake penises in it. But hey, now its release was actually really good timing as well, because its release correlates to a couple of studies that were also just recently released. One of them, of course, one of these new studies was released by the journal Pediatrics, and it says that 20 children are hospitalized every day due to gun injuries, and nearly a third of those are accidents. Now, another report by Bloomberg's group, Every Town for Gun Safety, reported that at least 100 children were unintentionally killed just in 2013. Now, it was also timed with another study. It was also timed with the National Safety Month and, of course, the start of summer. Now, my opinion on this is that there's nothing controversial about this message. The group that created this ad, called Evolve, their slogan is, and you'll love this, it's the right to bear arms, not the right to be a dumbass. I love it. Co-founder Rebecca Bond talked to the Huffington Post and said that even though that they don't have a political position on gun control, that the group aims to motivate people to make behavior changes when it comes to firearms safety and responsibility. Now, she also said that we don't think safety is aside. Safety in the gun category should be inspiring. People should be inspired to make good choices, and safety should be cool. Now, okay, that's great. Using dildos is certainly a unique approach. I'm not sure if I'd call it cool, but more from Bond on that, Rebecca Bond. Quote, it presents it in a way that's humorous. It creates some levity for engaging someone in the conversation. When you start to talk about playthings and how you secure those things, it's an easier way into the conversation. You start to make people think. And so, let's be real about this. This is actually a really good conservative message. It's about personal responsibility. Lock up your guns. And it's amazing that we actually need ads like this designed to give levity to this situation, because so many people are scared to talk about gun safety for fear of being labeled a gun-gabbing liberal. Well, let me tell you, I've got a little personal anecdote. I worked at the conservation club when I was younger, when I was in high school. I would have been fired so fast if I didn't secure the weapons that I was in charge of, made sure that they were not loaded, they were on the rack, away from people, because that's how actual responsible gun owners deal with storing their guns. Now, right now we have people leaving them out, pointing them at people. There's that story last month, by the way, where an 11-year-old boy was shot in the head by his uncle that was showing off his laser sight. Hey, kid, let me show you my laser sight. By pointing it at his fucking head. Now, I would have been reamed so hard at the club if I even inadvertently pointed a gun anywhere but at the ground, unless the area was clear and I was ready to shoot. But it's not like that with most people today. People now are not at all mindful of what they do with their weapons. They don't respect them. And look, I'm glad that there is at least some group out there trying to do something to help teach common sense. If only there was a huge organization of gun owners whose mission was to teach firearms safety and responsibility. But instead, we have the fucking NRA that only cares about selling more guns and spreading fear. It's crazy. What do you think, Sean?
As far as the intent behind the ad, I think it's great. You're trying to raise public awareness and get people conscious of safety. The effectiveness, I'm not sure about, because it's a kid with a vibrator fighting a kid with a double donger. Like it's very hard. Like when you said that it was a gun ad, even though I watched it before and we prepped for the show, I totally forgot when watching it because I'm like, oh, is the rabbit? Because one of those is a rabbit. For those of you out there, gonna beat the double donger. So it gets attention. I think it's better than those ads that show like a kid, like you remember those old pot ads where the kid's like, I'm high, and then he takes his dad's gun out of the drawer. He's like, look, I'm invincible. I think it's more effective than that because it's stupid.
Oh, definitely.
Doing stupid things, and but I think it's very. I did not get the message that these people were gun safety people. I got the message that these people were kind of had a sense of humor, and they had some message that might have been gun control or gun safety, but that was kind of lost on me. Even though it's clearly that your kids will get into your stuff, it's distracting. Look, I'm not gonna lie. And the mom's face, by the way, those were both hers, hilarious. That was like my favorite part of the ad.
Oh, definitely. And that was pretty hilarious. But, you definitely get, like, I got the message right offhand, like, you don't want your kids getting into things, because they're going to get into things, whether it be a double donger or a 357 Magnum, right? They're going to get into your stuff. So that's why, like, it's about securing personal possessions, right? Something like that is very personal and private, right? So you secure that away, you lock it away in a drawer or something like that, so you make sure your kids don't get to it. Well, why can't you do that with your gun? Because a gun is much... You're going to kill a lot more people with a gun than you are with a dildo. Unless, of course, you're playing Saints Row 3. Which, by the way, one of the weapons in there is the double donger.
Right. What I want to know is how many kids die every year because of double donger or rabbit-related incidents. We should get some numbers on that. No, but tactically, who's going to win that fight?
Oh,
but,
man.
No, all right. No, like I gotta.
That's a hard question.
Because one has the vibrating action. No, in all seriousness, like, don't leave sex toys anywhere where your kids can find them. Because I don't know if it's ever happened to you, Jeff, but I've had a student in my class bring them to school. Look what my parents have. You're a dumbass for bringing it, but hilarious. So yeah, don't do that. See, I'm getting the wrong message here again. But and obviously you should like the underlying message, whether it's muddled or not with the what was in the ad, is keep your gun safe. If you're going to be a gun owner, like, be a responsible gun owner. So I actually really like that. And
right, practice that personal responsibility, and ensure that your guns are not accessible to children. And
right.
It seems like so much like it should be absolute common sense, and it should be. But we have so many issues, so many times of where people don't practice that common sense, and so it's once again it's amazing that they have to release something like this to get people to think about it. Go, hey, you know what? Yeah, I don't want my kid finding a gun.